Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Anya. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. I can't believe we're in 2018. I feel like time just flies by. Anyways, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I know I have a bunch of new subscribers, so thank you for joining me and subscribing to my channel. The giveaway that I had going on in December did end December 29th, and I just want to say a really quick congratulations to Angela for winning. I will have giveaways coming up this year. I have a lot planned for this year, so stay tuned for that. This video is actually going to be my most favorite products of 2017. Some of these are new releases, some of them are old releases. They're just products that I really have loved in 2017. This video will be a long one. I'm just going to warn you in advance, so get a drink or something to chill, relax, and let's get started. If you're excited for this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let's get into the video. Really quickly, you guys, I do want to apologize for taking a little hiatus, a little vacation at the end of the year. My husband got a vacation and we just sort of were spending time and enjoying the holidays together. I should have had more videos pre-recorded, but to be quite honest, I thought Vlogmas was gonna be easier than it was. Vlogmas was kind of tough for me, but you know what? New year, new everything. Let's get into the products. All right, so I think I'm gonna go face, eyes, lips. Yeah, we'll do face, eyes, and lips. You guys have probably already seen me use all of these products a lot this year, so I'm gonna try to go through quickly. I can talk a lot, so this intro is already like 6 minutes long, so that's gonna get cut down. First products would be primer. The one that I probably use the most out of the year is this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer Long Wear 12-Hour Power. I love this stuff. It sort of fills in your pores a little. It just really makes my makeup last all day long. You guys have already seen this a bunch of times. It doesn't dry out my skin. It just makes for a really good base. The next one is this NYX HD Studio Photogenic Primer Base. I like this to sort of cancel out some of the redness that I have on my skin. And this is sort of like a light blue color. And when I put it on, it just sort of evens out my skin. I will use this mostly on days when I have a lighter coverage foundation on. This is really good. So for foundations, try not to be too repetitive with the videos I just put out of my top 5s, but you will see some repeats because they're my favorites. So one foundation that I didn't mention in my top 5 foundations for dry skin was the e.l.f. Moisturizing Foundation Stick. I love this foundation so much. It's the foundation I have on today. I have the shade Natural, and the reason I didn't mention it in that video is because it's discontinued, which really sucks because this is amazing. If you can find it and you have dry skin, this is so good. I love it. I wish I would have bought more. It just feels so nice on my skin. When I'm having like a very dry day, this is my go-to. That's the kind of day that I was having today. It's like 30 degrees outside, so my skin is like very dry. And this just looks so good on my skin. It looks dewy and it doesn't emphasize any texture. It's not drying. It just feels amazing. I wish that they didn't discontinue this. I hope they bring it back because this is like my number one. Like my number one. The next one is the e.l.f. Fast and Flawless Foundation. I've repurchased this probably twice this year, and if I repurchase a foundation, it means that I really love it, and I really love this. You can go light coverage to full coverage with this, and it lasts on me a relatively long time. This does like blur my pores. It's like a nice satiny finish. I have the shade Sand in this. I really like this. My next foundation is a more dry formula, but I like this when I want to look super flawless. If I'm going out at night and I just want my skin to look beautiful for those couple hours that I'm gonna be out, this is a foundation that I will use. This is the Lala Fox Second Skin Foundation. I have the shade Petal Beige. It hides all my pores. It looks like your skin, but better. It has like a semi-matte finish. It's not totally matte on my skin, and I have very dry skin to where it feels like my skin is just like being stretched. That's not how this feels. It's just a little more dry than I normally use, but it's really, really pretty. I highly recommend this foundation if you can find it. So next I'll do concealers. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I have the shade 10. This is the concealer I have on today. I just love it because it's not drying on my skin. It does have very full coverage. I do like the Tarte Shape Tape as well, but if I use it constantly, I will get super dry, and I'm already dry under there. I love this concealer because it doesn't dry out my under eyes. This is the Collab No Flaws Liquid Concealer. It is a little more pricey for like affordable type makeup. This is like $12.99, but this concealer is really nice if you have dry skin. It just goes on and doesn't dry out my skin, and you don't necessarily have to set this. It doesn't dry fully matte. It looks really nice. It looks like my skin, but better. If you have dry skin, I would recommend both of these. They're really good. Next, we'll do color correctors, and I only use color correctors on my under eyes. The first one that I have that I absolutely love, the First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Triple Remedy. I have mine in the shade Fair Medium. It comes in a little squeezy tube. It squeezes out here, and you can actually rub it in using this metallic part. It sort of gives you like a cooling effect. I used to use it like that underneath my concealer, but how I really like to use this is after I put on concealer, I will put a little dab right here, and it sort of helps just to counteract that line and not make it so prominent. This is so moisturizing too. If you do use this over concealer, I would definitely set your concealer, but this is just a really beautiful, very brightening, light reflecting color corrector. I love this a lot. The next ones I will use underneath my makeup, and it is the LA Colors color corrector. I have the yellow one and the red one, and when I mix them, I get a very great peachy color. You definitely have to use this underneath your concealer. I like these a lot because they're not drying, but they're not moisturizing. They just apply to the skin and you don't feel them. They're just there. The main purpose of these is to color correct, and that's what they do, and I highly recommend them, and they're super cheap. The 3 setting sprays that I have been like obsessed with, 2 are from Hard Candy. This is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist that I will use as a setting spray and a primer mist, and I love this thing. And then the Longwear Sheer Envy. I think this used to be the Fast and Fabulous one, and they just like sort of rebranded it, but I find that this does the same thing as the Fast and Fabulous one. I really like this. It makes my makeup last all day. Good stuff. These together are a good combo. The next one's actually not a setting spray per se, but I use it as a setting spray. This is the Lala Fox Micro Essential Mist. It's like a moisture water. The mist is just really fine. Adds a lot of moisture back to my skin after I powder it. You can use this before and after makeup, sort of like the Hard Candy one, but this one does not leave your skin as tacky. This is just so nice to feel hydrated after I powdered my face. Good stuff. So the next will be setting powders, and my favorite setting powder, I don't think I have entered in any other setting powder, and when I have, I miss it. Like, this is the Coty Airspun powder. This is the translucent extra coverage one. I love this so much. It doesn't leave my face very dry. I don't bake, I just lightly set my face, and this is just perfect for it. It makes my under eyes look good. It makes my face not look crepey. This is an all-around good powder. There's no flashbacks. It sets your face, and it's good. It's really good. I love this stuff. Bronzer and contour. I have a few different stuff. Wet n Wild Contour Palette in Dulce de Leche. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know how much I love this. Look, I've already hit pan on both sides. It's so good. The powders are really nice in here. They're very finely milled. Just leaves a nice, like, pretty look to the skin. I'm using this one today because I use it almost every day, and it's super cheap. It's like $4. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. This is the powder one. This palette is really good. The powders are really finely milled. This is a really good contour shade, and then I'll use this one to sort of bronze my face. This is a really nice palette. I have 2 single bronzers that I want to talk about. The first one is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I have the shade Light Bronzer. This smells lovely. It smells like a tropical island. This is just a really good bronzer. It is not matte per se. It has a little bit of a glow to it, but it's not shimmery by any means. This is the LA Colors bronzer in the shade Bronze. This is a little bit more shimmery. There are like specks of shimmer, but they don't translate on the face. It just makes my face look very glowy, like super glowy. It's like 93 cents or $1. For blush, I have 2 blushes that I am in love with. The first one is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. I just love this formula. They're not too pigmented to where you can easily mess up your blush, because sometimes if blush is too pigmented, it looks like stamps on your face, and I love that about these. I just really like the formula of them. My favorite is probably Apricot in the Middle. It's just a really pretty sort of peachy shade, and I really like Rosé Champagne. If you haven't tried the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes, They're really good. The next one is this Air Fit Cushion Blush from APU. This is what it looks like. There's just a cushion with the little sponge. I did a video on this comparing it with a cream blush, which I also really like. But this one, I feel like it is so good. It's the blush I have on today. It just looks really pretty. It's very hard to go overboard with this. And all you have to do if you do go a little too intense, just take some setting powder and, you know, go like that, and it calms it right down. I love this so much. It just gives you a really healthy glow, and it's not shimmery or anything like that. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful blush. I highly recommend this one. It's really good. A new find for me that I have been reaching for probably every day is this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, the liquid one in Prosecco Pop. I actually traded this from having the powdered version for this one, and I love this stuff. This is just so good to mix into foundations to make them a little bit more glowy, just give a little bit more life back to the skin. I like putting this on as a highlight. This is the only highlighter I have on my face today. The right undertone for me. It just looks really pretty on the skin, and I've been using this almost every day, so you can know that I love it. You know what I mean? Like, if you use it every day, you know that you love something, and when I don't use this, I miss it. Let's work on eyes. So my favorite eyeshadow primer for the year has to be this guy. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. It's great. It's like the OG eyeshadow primer in my mind, but I just really like this. I find that it makes my eyeshadows blend beautifully. This one's just not oily on me. It makes my eyeshadows last a long time. So for eyeshadows, I reach for these three probably the most out of the year. The first one is the ABH Modern Renaissance that everybody knows and loves because it is so good. They are pigmented, but they're blendable. They just look beautiful on the skin. I love this set of colors. ABH, bring this formula back because this is like the best formula of eyeshadows. I love this. The next one is this Sephora Vintage Filter palette. This was in some of my first videos that I did. I think this palette is totally underrated. It has a nice array of shades. Everything you need in one palette is here. It has good shimmers, good mattes, nice transition shades, a bone color to set your eyes, a highlight shade. It is so good. If they still sell it, I will link it down below. I highly recommend it. The next one is a newer product to my collection, but I love it. I can get complete looks out of this. I can get a lot of different looks out of this, which was the biggest shock for me. This is the Winky Lux Kitten palette. I have a video doing 3 different looks just using this one palette. I love this palette so much. The shimmers in here are really great. The mattes in here are really great. It's just a really good palette. The only color I don't like is this blue one. I love the colors. I didn't expect to love this as much as I do. It's so good. My favorite mascara of this year is this guy. This is the Mega Length Mascara from Wet n Wild. It's super inexpensive. I just love this mascara because it's not waterproof and it doesn't transfer. It doesn't crumble. It's not the most volumizing mascara. Like, if you're looking for a lot of volume, this isn't it. It does give really good length and separate the lashes, but it doesn't smudge on me, which is hard to find. I live in a very humid climate, and if I don't use waterproof mascara, and even sometimes when I do use waterproof mascara, I look like a raccoon by the end of the day. This does not move, and it's not that hard to take off. I love the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. My problem with it is that it's so hard to take off. I would say that is a great mascara. It's really, really good. It does give you length and volume and lasts all day, but just the process of taking it off is kind of like enough for me not to want to use it. This one I love even more because it's easy to take off, but it doesn't easily come off by itself. You know what I mean? And then eyeliner. If you watched any of my videos the last couple months, you'll know that I am obsessed with this eyeliner. This is the Master Precise Skinny Gel Liner from Maybelline. It's a very small, fine tip. It almost reminds me of like an eyeshadow pencil. It's just so good to get in between the lashes if you're wearing false lashes, so you don't have to do a wing liner or go in with liquid liner. I like it to tight line with, and it doesn't move all day. The next one is this Exaggerate pencil from Rimmel in the shade In the Nude. Get it? Yeah. This is a really good nude liner if you're in the, you know, if you want a nude liner, this is really good. The last 30 months, that's a long time, right? For brows, one of these is probably not a surprise. at all. It is the e.l.f. brow pencil. This is in the shade Taupe. It's quick, it's easy, it's convenient. It has a spoolie at the end. It's a really good eyebrow pencil. The next one is the Lala Fox pencil. This is a great eyebrow pencil. It just makes my brows look very natural. And it comes with a spoolie at the end. I have the shade #brown, which is a really good sort of taupey color. I love this brand as a whole, but this brow pencil is like winner chicken dinner for me. The next thing would be this Essence Make Me Brow Gel. I used to buy the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is so much cheaper and it is the exact same thing. I have this shade Soft Brownie Brows and I love it. Lastly, I have lip products. 3 are lipsticks and 2 are glosses. I'll start with the glosses. The first one is this from Femme Couture, the Color Drench Liquid Lipstick in Drenched in Nude. This is actually what I'm wearing on my lips on top of another lipstick. It's a very pretty nude sparkly gloss that lasts a long time on the lips. It is opaque, so you can wear it by itself or you can use it as a topper. It's just a really nice formula. It's really good. They sell this at Sally's. The next one is this Stay Glossy from Rimmel. This is a little bit of a thicker formula, but it doesn't feel so thick that it's uncomfortable to wear. I have the shade Claridge's Ruby. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is like a nice soft pink color, but it doesn't translate to pink on the lips. So you can sort of use this in replace of a clear lip gloss or by itself. It's really nice. It's very pretty. It's very comfortable. I love these. Next I have this Maybelline lipstick in this shade Untainted Spice. This is just a really pretty sort of brownie red. This is the color I have underneath this lip gloss. I love this shade by itself. I love it with a topper on it. It's just a really pretty, beautiful color. And the formula of those are really nice. The next one is, I think I used it in one of the first tutorials I ever did. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade 672 Brazilian Tan. This color is just, I love it. It's a really pretty yellowy nude, one of my perfect nude shades. It's just beautiful. It's glossy, which I like. I don't like matte lipsticks. This is just a perfect formula. The next one is probably my favorite lipstick that I have ever worn. I almost don't want to say that, but it's so good. And it's like my perfect nude shade. It looks like my lips, but better. And I wear it all the time. I have 2 extras. This is the Lala Fox Glossy Lipstick in the shade #John. You guys, look at that. It is just such a pretty nude shade. It is like my perfect nude shade. There's something about the Lala Fox lipstick that I'm just obsessed with. I wear it all the time. I never repurchase lipsticks because it takes me so long to get through them. And I repurchase this because I'm scared that I'm going to run out of it. And I've already used quite a bit of this. This is just so good. If you like a glossy formula, this is where it's at. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this was pretty long. Let me know your favorite products down below. I'm interested to see what your favorites were for the year. I feel like this year was a good year of releases and a good year of just makeup in general. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Well, let's get into the video. Mommy. Of course. Power concealer primer. I will have another video. I will have a new video. I will have a video. This just, well, there's nothing left in here to show you the mist.